Hello everybody and welcome to At Home with Dan. Today's episode I'm going to show you how to make a simple tomato sauce, commonly known as a passata sauce, and you can buy these ready-made. However, the passata sauces that you can buy are generally just tinned tomatoes that have been sieved. There's not a great deal of flavour in them. So I'm going to show you how I make my simple base tomato sauce. And from this sauce, you can go on to make other things. It makes a perfect plain pasta sauce if you want that, or you can use it as a base to chili con carne, you can use it as a base to bolognese, you can use it as a base to lasagna or parmesan or anything like that. So it's a really brilliant base sauce that you can add lots of different flavours to: basil, rosemary, tarragon, chili. For the tomato sauce, ingredients we have, so I've got a tin of chopped tomatoes, some red wine vinegar, caster sugar, I've got 2 cloves of garlic that I've already crushed, and then I've got some olive oil. So quite a simple recipe, not too many ingredients. And what I'm going to do is just going to get my pan on, and I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil into my pan, and to the pan with the olive oil I'm going to add the garlic. Let's just cook that down a little bit and just soften the garlic. Not too high a temperature because you don't want to colour it too much. So just a little bit of softening. With the vinegar and sugar, there are ingredients that you don't really have to add. You could get away with just garlic, oil and tomatoes, and it's just a really plain simple sauce. The reason I add it is I find a lot of things when you use tinned tomatoes or tomato puree, it can sometimes leave quite a bitterness to a sauce or a bitter flavour. If you add a little bit of vinegar and sugar, it kind of acts as like a sweet and sour agent, so it takes away any bitterness. And it has a name in the catering industry. We call this a gastric, so basically we do kind of equal quantities of sugar and vinegar, boil it up, reduce it down to a syrup, and we add that to sauces just to tone the bitterness down. Now the garlic's had a couple of minutes to cook down and it's softened slightly. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some of the vinegar to the pan. So I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons of vinegar and a tablespoon of sugar, and just stir that around and just let it kind of boil up and dissolve together. And to that I'm going to add the tinned tomatoes. Give them a good stir. And then all we're going to do now is just slowly cook that down for 15 minutes or so. Just a very gentle heat. It doesn't want to be going too vigorously because it'll turn into a volcano and you'll get tomato spots all over the kitchen. So just slowly cook it, 10 or 15 minutes. It'll reduce down, thicken slightly, and then that leaves us with a beautiful base tomato sauce. Hi everyone, so around about 15 minutes has passed on the tomato sauce, and it's just very gently just been ticking over, really low temperature, and it's cooked down quite nicely. So I'm going to just try and show that to the camera. So it's cooked down to a nice, slightly thicker sauce. All I'm going to do to this now to finish this is just add a twist of salt and a twist of pepper. And like I said earlier, you're more than welcome to add other flavours to that. You could add basil, you could add chili, smoked paprika works really well. It's entirely up to you. It's just a basic sauce, a basic tomato sauce that can do so many wonderful things. So I quite like to leave mine like that, and it has a little bit of bite in it. It's got a few chunks of tomatoes in. If you wanted a smoother sauce, what you could do is actually blend it up with a stick blender, or if you've got a liquidizer, do that. If you're going to blend it, just let it cool slightly because you don't want to make any splashes and burn yourself. But apart from that, guys, that's today's episode finished. So a really simple tomato sauce that can go on to do many wonderful things with. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're all staying safe and well. Happy cooking, guys, and take care.